We go now in Parliament as the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Omar Napoleon Kuruma, Bingole, the PR Local Council Regulation Instruments in Parliament for make Member of Parliament and debate time. The acting leader for the main opposition, APC Party in Parliament, Honorable Hassan Sisese, the party no agree for the statutory instruments them, with the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice go in Parliament Wednesday, November 23rd this year. Let me listen to reports where Musa Kamara put together for waiting happened yesterday in Parliament.
This BNTM, the commissioner na the National Electoral Commissioner of Saloon, be announced say that the PR system they go use for conduct the 2023 election them. And during this announcement, the commissioner be make reference to section 38A of the supplementary provision of the 1991 constitution, where them passed for sake of the 2002 election, as this 38A not cover local council election them for day na the PR system, and as way for make the PR system cover the local council election them we get for with councillor election, district chairperson and mayor election them make Wednesday, November 23 this year. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice bingo for the Public Election Districts Block Proportional Representation System Regulation 2022 and the Public Elections Local Council Proportional Representation System Regulation 2022.
Laying of papers, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
As he gets from the announcement, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice been there about for lay the paper, but the acting leader of the main opposition APC Party in Parliament, Honorable Hassan Sisese, been get objection to the laying of this paper.
Mr. Speaker, from the report I got from the leader of opposition, who is unavoidably absent, Mr. Speaker, I was made to understand that there was a meeting between both leaders, that is leader of the opposition and leader of government business, that the paper that is supposed to be laid in the well today was to be laid tomorrow instead of today.
But why Honorable Hassan Sisese make this objection?
And the reason being that the document distributed yesterday will give chance to members of parliament to go through and digest the contents of the document before it is laid on Thursday.
According to Honorable Alpha of 2115 na Wellington, na the Eastern part na Freetown under the APC party, these instruments not qualify for day before Parliament.
They also do not make section 38A, which actually makes provision for the district block system of the PR, does not make any reference to independent candidates. So what they are seeking to do here, they are seeking to amend the constitution again. They are seeking to amend the constitution again. And since that is the case, as I say, it is my humble view that these papers are not properly before us and they must not be laid. So far, that's not that.
As the opposition say, they not get the copy of the instrument earlier. Now one way the leader of government business, Honorable Martin Yuma, deny.
In fact, the other paper was sent to every leader, to everybody in the business committee, a day before. Yesterday, I did that.
As Honorable Alpha Amadou Ba from Constituency 115 na Wellington, they challenged the legality of the instrument. According to the leader of government business, the instrument legal.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me read a provision section 33 and I will take my time to read one after the other. Functions of the Electoral Commission shall be responsible for the conduct and supervision of the registration of votes, for voters, for and of all public elections and referenda, and for that purpose shall have power to make regulations by statutory instruments for the registrations of voters.
After the argument from the ruling and the opposition, this has been the position of the Speaker of Parliament.
I've had a lot of hot air signifying nothing on both sides.
According to Honorable Cherno Abbas Bundu, the MP them for wait for Sote, then lay this instrument before then go begin the debates.
It sounds to me as if you want to put the cat before the horse. What you've said, with respect, acting leader of the opposition, followed by the leader of government business, is predicated on what we have done. What have you done? You've done nothing. Wait until you do something, and then you enter into a debate.
But this na one where the acting leader of APC na Parliament, Honorable Hassan Sise, been object to. And this time the Speaker, Honorable Dr. Cherno Abbas Bundu, not been listening the objection of the APC acting leader and be asked the Attorney General for lady paper.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, with your leave,
the leader have said it. This is a house of procedure and debate.
I beg to lay on the table.
When you are there on the floor,
You will debate.
we have not concluded, no, Mr. Speaker.
When
But
the
Mr.
time
Speaker,
comes.
we don't want to be reactive. We want to be proactive in this case.
No, I'm sorry. I will not allow that.
No, Mr. Speaker.
No, I will
This na
not.
one where the opposition MPs them been think say the Speaker for listen to the leader we make them been go take the maize for prevent the laying of the paper, since then say the Speaker not really listen to the leader, and this been lead to fight between the opposition MP them and Parliament security. And this time, table, chair, water bottle, and other objects them be don't begin fly over the Attorney General in aid, we make it be run away from the seat where it been there for present the paper. And as the fight be they continue, the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Napoleon Kurma, been take from him boss and stand with him boss been there for lay this paper with the protection of some MPs them from the ruling party. But the Fed be make them broke the mic, scatter the table. We say Napoleon Kurma been team up for lay this paper.
Go ahead, Mr. Minister. Go ahead, read it. Read it.
the Public Election District Block Proportional Representation Regulation 2022, the Constitutional Instruments of Sierra Leone Act number 681.
As the Fed continue for things, the Speaker self been run away and left the well force and come after 45 minutes. But by this time, APC MP them be don't turn up before the well, and the Speaker be ask them for sit down, and then self be ask the Speaker for amend the other paper and pull come out in a Parliament agenda the constitutional instrument for the PR system for the parliamentary activity of Wednesday, November 23. And this go and come of Sidon no Sidon between Speaker and APC MP them being continued for about 25 minutes, where we read this announcement from the Clerk of Parliament, Umaru Parantarawali.
I have advised Mr. Speaker to ensure that this sitting commences. Mr. Speaker has asked me to communicate to honorable members, distinguished honorable members, to take their seats. And that he is allowing 5 minutes for the House to go into decorum. After the 5 minutes, Mr. Speaker has asked that the Republic of Sierra Leone Police Force.
After the 5 minutes ultimatum where the Clerk of Parliament been give APC MP them for Sidon, don't pass and still map, make the Clerk of Parliament be order the Saloon Police for pull all the MP them waiting up na the well of Parliament na do. And this, the police been pull the APC MP them outside.
Please, gentlemen, let your men get them out. Get them out, please. Gentlemen, get them out.
And after this, the Speaker been asked the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice for lay this paper. And according to the Speaker, MP them go begin look inside this constitutional instrument just now. But after we them be done lay on a Parliament in the absence of APC MP them, amidst with the acting leader of the APC party, Honorable Hassan Sise.
Well, then they claim, say they don't lay them. But as far as we know, the instrument is not properly laid, so we don't know what they are referring to. We'll continue for maintain say the document is not properly laid based on the argument we don't begin to far. Before, no, we'll not agree. That is our position. We'll not agree, say it is properly laid. That is what I'm saying.
And according to Honorable Hassan Sise, police don't arrest some of them, member them, driver and some peer them.
From what I know now, they don't arrest 2 members of parliament, where I know, one from APC, one from C4C. Some drivers they arrest also, and some 1 or 2.
As the speaker said, they will continue for look at this instrument just not at the well of parliament, and the APC self they say they no go accept them. Radio Democracy go continue for bring you report for SECA, the PR constitutional instruments where the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice learn at the well of Parliament Wednesday, November 23 this year. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa Kamara, the reports.
Radio Democracy go look inside the PR system constitutional instruments where the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice go in a Parliament yesterday, Wednesday, November 23rd, where the main opposition, APC party in a Parliament, say they not agree for end. We don't listen to reports where Musa Kamara puts together as to what happened yesterday in a Parliament. We get people in the studio this morning where they can discuss the issues and they will come up yesterday in a Parliament. First, I want to welcome in the studio this morning, Honorable Bashiru Siliki, we are a member of Parliament for constituency 082, Nabo District, and it represents the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP. Good morning and welcome to the program. And we also get in the studio this morning the member of Parliament for constituency 077, na Lokomasama Chiefdom Potloko District, Honorable Abdul Kabo from the All People's Congress, APC Party. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning,
Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Miss Salon family.
And in the middle, between them 2 gentlemen here, we get another gentleman. We na Abdul Fatoma, in the founder and chief executive for Campaign for Human Rights and International Development. We na Chadi in the program this morning as well. Independent civil society, where we can talk about waiting happen at Parliament yesterday. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mabel, and good morning to the people of Australia.
All right. Well, this now we studio guest them within at the studio this morning for can talk about the issue we happened yesterday in Parliament. At the start with Honorable Bashiru Siliki. We don't listen to a report where Musa Kamara put together about from first-hand information and the listeners and viewers them go on for hearing from una the members of Parliament themselves. Waiting exactly caused the incident in Parliament yesterday. Let me just start the votes. As a member of Parliament, we've been doing at the well yesterday.
Thank you very much. Well, sorry for my voice that get cool. We surprised with the happy yesterday because basically with the Attorney General go do. Now waiting the law mandate for do. We all know say we get elections for coming 2023. To be precise, on the 24th of June. We mean see the Constitution, when I include the National Electoral Commission, give rights to them, the Attorney General's office, for make regulations for the elections day. The regulations then simply the Attorney General go for relay yesterday, where we see the opposition, then they make confusion. We not expect them because Parliament na a house of rules, a house of laws. You're supposed to raise your objections through the laws, but if you raise them SO, the standing orders will get 42. It tell you say the decision of the speaker na final. You not go able to challenge them. What did then do yesterday? Then raise their own motion them, their own issues we then get around the statutory instruments, we had the right for raise them. The speaker rule. Now the speaker asks their AG for go lay the documents. Now they will say Allah come out we. Now surprise we because we expect them for behave honorably and they not behave honorably.
Now, let we look at before the laying of this statutory instrument, according to the acting leader, say he received reports from the one way he take over when the substantial leader of the APC in a Parliament, say the leadership, both from the ruling and opposition, we don't get an agreement ahead of the laying of the paper. We now Thursday then be expecting Bokan Wednesday. As leader or one of the leaders them na the ruling party, you can tell we what we wanna discuss na this meeting and how through this meeting be.
Because myself na deputy chairman at the business committee, When at the business committee, now they draw up the other paper, when at the agenda for the day. 24 hours before we all agree, me, the leader of government business, the other leaders of political parties, will pull the other paper, will circulate them, and we all accept them. So we'll be shocked for the acting leader of the opposition saying that instruction, then Giam, we're not a member of the business committee. We very, very sure see the decision we'll take, that the decision will all accept that the business committee through a normal WhatsApp messages so they send to us. We will accept and I make we bring them na the well for discussion.
And representative then be there from the opposition in this business committee.
For the longest time, the business committee will meet through with social media network, where we drop the agenda, we send them to all the leaders of the leaders of parliament, and if they get objection, then they make we know. If they not have objection, then we believe in a unanimous agreement. And also for the longest time, we don't distribute the other paper.
Then we agree to the.
Of course, nobody not raise objection. Which simply means if you not raise objection, means you agree say not the order of the day than day.
Okay, in name na Honorable Bashiru Siliki, in a deputy leader of government business, therefore represents the SLPP party na parliament. Continue for stay with you inside the program. Good morning, Salon.
The program they continue. We go to the other member of parliament. We don't hear it from Honorable Bashiru Siliki as to waiting happened yesterday in our parliament. Before we can look into the details, then we go to the other member of parliament when our Honorable Abdul Kagbo 077 na Potloko district. You have been there yesterday at the well of parliament. Also, we see these incidents and videos them they all over. From your perspective, now waiting caused the issue yesterday in our parliament.
Well, firstly, on behalf of all members of parliament, I want to seize this opportunity to apologize to the public for the way Parliament conducted itself yesterday. Yesterday, what happened was on parliamentary and sightly. So on behalf of all members of parliament, both APC and SLPP.
No, on behalf of the APC. Because will not misbehave.
At the CAMSA.
Okay, thank
I
you.
want to seize this opportunity for apologize. Why make I no go talk with me leader they talk, Honorable Bash? Now because he not been there in a parliament where the incident happened. It can't after the incident happened. You see, so he don't know waiting happen. Now waiting then tell and they talk. Me mean they way from the beginning to the ending of the incident. So I say I apologize for all members of parliament from both sides of the aisle and even independent and all other members of parliament because waiting happen, for don't be controlled. Waiting happen, we sign negotiation day, we from not able to solve them. And we don't pass critical laws then a parliamentary pass waiting that we want to go lay yesterday. But through negotiation, through dialogue, we able to reach at a point. Honorable Martin Yuma was commendable yesterday because he tried, he composed himself and make sure say he bridged the gap. Waiting happened yesterday now that then go with a statutory instrument. And statutory instrument, once you lay na parliament, once you don't lay na parliament, you need 2/3 votes of members of parliament for annulment, that for council. You see, so before you go there, members of parliament for be rest assured say nothing no did we conflict with the constitution because the regulation through the statutory instruments not they amend the constitution. So we on we own side get issues them with the statutory instrument where then go for go lay na parliament. And if we wait stay then layer until we produce the 2/3 majority, we're not able to annul. So we begin the negotiation for now look at how we go able to look at some of the critical things that where we get there. And parliament don't always succeed in terms of negotiation. Where we go, we sit down, you come and you look at this, me look at this, we get a way out. One thing we then do now that then rely on section 33 of the Constitution. Section 33 just they talk about the responsibility of NEC, the functions of NEC. How NEC get right for make regulations, either for conduct voters registration or for conduct elections. NEC get right for make regulations. But their regulations then they in no way not for conflict with the constitution of the country. Inside the regulations where then Kego, then put say independent candidate for contest na the PR system. Inside the regulations where then put how local council elections for be conducted But the amendment where it come with the PI system, let me just read the amendment where then they use for go with the PI system in the Parliament. When section 38A2, it says in the district block representation system, the election shall, I underline the word shall, the election shall be contested in each specific district by political parties for the block or number of seats in Parliament allocated to the district by or under the Act of Parliament, and the political parties shall allocate seats in Parliament by the Electoral Commissioner on the basis of their proportional share of the total district vote. So it tell we clearly say in the PX system, na political parties, na then they send in candidates. So if una one carry law, we for introduce independent candidates, we contrary to this subsection 2 of the amendment when at 38A, it need constitutional amendment. They amend the constitution to a subsidiary law. They use the constitutional instrument, the regulation, for amend the constitution. We all clear now, say the constitution very clear, say na political parties, now then they send candidates.
So we can look at the details in the Honorable Cabo.
Yes.
The issue I want you clear for us now. The incident itself will happen.
Yes, now
where we see property.
Yes, now they explain so. So members of Parliament on we own side begin explain to Mr. Speaker, say, no, we cannot amend the Constitution through a subsidiary law. Anything that the way it get for do with the Constitution, let we come with a separate constitutional amendment that we can amend the Constitution. We did that in the case of PPRC for change the name, now a constitutional amendment, then carry it, then we change the name unanimously. One noise in here in a Parliament. You see, but all landed they happen when negotiations day. So what happen? Members on the own side they want to talk. Mr. Speaker say no, nobody know they talk again. Let we just go once and let them lay the paper, and then after they lay the paper, other one comments now will comment. But like I tell you, once na constitutional instruments, once they don't lay, it don't become law. If you want amender, 21 days after the lay, it don't become law. If you want amender, you need 2/3 majority vote. So there is nothing, little or nothing you can do when once it has been laid. So before they learn, now they come with the critical when they say, but Mr. Speaker was insistent.
So what happened within that period?
Yes. So Mr. Speaker was insistent. He said no. He said nobody know for comment until they lay the statutory instrument. The minister, the deputy minister, he said, let me seize this opportunity for apologize to her for what happened yesterday in the Parliament. Because members of Parliament from both sides of the aisle, the spa,
So now outside the spa starts.
Yes. Whilst he laid the paper, a member of Parliament gap, he said, no, we no go this way. Let we make sure say we listen to the APC side also, let them get waiting and get for say. Mr. Speaker said no. So then go for
a member of Parliament from the APC.
Then go for go cover. Me no mean the I not see the specific member of Parliament where so. Then go for go cover the
because
names.
earlier you say you been there in Parliament.
I've been there.
So now make I ask the member of Parliament from whose side, because when I get on a side the way they don't know well.
I know go tell you the specific member of Parliament.
But from whose side you see come out come?
Well, basically, now the maize are just see, then they try for cover and then they try for protect the maize.
Alright.
That should not be in the
Alright, Honorable.
At the cancer. So when they try for cover the maize, you understand? When they try for cover the maize, the how they call them, the sergeant, then a Parliament come, and SLPP members of Parliament themselves come, APC members of Parliament themselves come. Then begin to items them on each other.
Honorable, as you mentioned, the issue starts from that issue of the maize.
Yes,
why
I agree.
The opposition being targeted that maize?
Well, I believe say they target the maize because they feel say the sitting not for continue or the sitting not for continue without hearing the voice of the opposition. And me feel say in Parliament, also in negotiation, all these things not they happen. If we without the maize, the sitting of Parliament not valid.
So the opposition be thinking at that moment, for go take control of that maze not the only solution?
Well, I'm not going to say the opposition because basically the leader Naya no Usaimi sits in a parliament. Me na backbencher in a parliament.
Right.
And sit down at the last seat. So waiting they happen before, a very difficult for last seat.
Right.
In fact, none of we attention not been there at the maze. We be sit down, we watch the sitting until we see the fet na the maze. Now then now we grab for go see waiting don't happen.
All right, continue for the between at the studio. Honorable Abdul Kabo, we dey come over to the independent eye in the studio this morning when at the civil society representative, we na Abdul Fatoma. We don't hear it from the two members of parliament them as per their own explanation concerning what happened yesterday in parliament. Let me come over to you when an independent eye will be represent well the public yesterday in parliament. What exactly you see happen at parliament?
Well, first of all, Parliament na supposedly a democratic, body, and the image of Parliament and the nature of Parliament for always, show to the public as a democratic institution. For far too long, we don't get a lot of challenges that this country for long we get a quality and good representation. And of recent, this is not the second time. You will see that in Nabintumani, they also tear a proclamation. Then yesterday, where you asked for now, why is the debate been they go on? I've been there at the gallery, then APC MPs then talk, Bad talk, the acting leader talk, and also Machinima grab a talk. And later, the speaker say, all what you all don't say, not make any relevance to the issue where, day before Parliament now. It's like when they put the cat before the horse. It's because the debate way for don't start on the instrument where they don't lay now, where they for lay, they don't lay yet, then everybody don't grab, don't make a own point then. So now, they come to the business to proper, then I'm waiting the speaker say. And then the APC acting leader by then, yesterday, a grab and tell Mr. Speaker say, then one for let add them voice. And the one let Mr. Speaker listen to them. So Mr. Speaker say, no, Una don't talk, and then they listen to Una again. So, would they go ahead with this proceeding? Then the Speaker, instruct the Deputy AG for let it go ahead, for do the introduction and leave. So, in that process, somebody from the APCN and the MP rushed towards the maze. And then the parliamentary securities try for protector. In that, there is a multiple other, SFPP and also APC that rush for protect the same maze, who that one forget custodian over. So the objects that will be laid on at the table. You see some members of the APC take them and hit them. I even get a video record of them because I have video as well. Right? And hit at the table. A spring go up. It hit another member of parliament. Then another member also take the flower vase from the APCN, try at the SLPPN. It hit somebody. Then the SLPP MPs and back take the same flower vase and send them towards the APC.
So now that first rush to the maze now cause the whole issue. So from that first rush to the maze, that first survey you see for your own judgment, the possible rush from the APC side for go take the maze, how you go describe and maybe the rush for go take them for secure or otherwise? How you go describe that first rush where you see?
I don't need for speculating and secure in the rush for secure, but I know say a run to us.
Now, let we look at leadership. Not the well of parliament yesterday when this issue starts, both from being the speaker, being from the ruling or the opposition or the security sector in parliament. How you can describe the leadership and control and command?
Well, basically, when you look at the whole system yesterday, it display a clear poor leadership, na parliament. Because you see that say even the acting opposition leader will be able to control your men there. And also the SLPP, leadership not be able to control the young men then as well. So when you ask them, I physically get in contact with them and I ask them, what thing they go on? Why this? Some man say, well, we get for defend ourselves. The other one say, no, we not agree for this. We don't agree for this for 4 years at this parliament. But the dishonest part of it is this. The suffering of Sierra Leoneans them, at this current moment, where people, they struggle for put rest in a pot. The pepper price, they go up. Other things, they go up. These members of parliament, then, are their responsibility for play oversight role, for government functioning. So with that, if somebody tune in a radio or in television or in phone, you see images of people that will for advocate for the welfare in a lawless manner, in a lawless behavior, it will break people down. It send the image and trust of the people of this country, say, hope and faith, not they into the people that we send for represent. Because if they were not the lawmaker, become the lawbreaker, and how they will take the oversight function for ensure that, say, people comply with the laws of this country, and any society strive with law and order.
I come over to you, Honorable Bashiru Siliki. You're not part of the leadership in parliament because you're the deputy leader of government business and you represent people in constituency 082. But don't listen to una explanation as to what happened. Now they take a cue from Honorable Abdul Kagbo. We say, according to the incident that happened yesterday in parliament, the reason we make it happen now because in things say negotiation not been happen as una don't use for negotiate with different instruments and paper them can go na parliament. From your perspective, now the reason that yesterday we caused the hala na parliament?
No. I should say it is far beyond that one day. You didn't negotiate something or before you. The only way they negotiate now it's in there before you. Again, the speaker been clear in the ruling. He say, one, all of the discussions between the opposition and the ruling party are not important to the issues on the day. The only way they negotiate now with the document don't they. The only thing we negotiate about now with the document don't they. So
it's not been negotiate on we una
will not be negotiate
that business committee meeting where you say
the business committee is the other paper. I mean say the agenda of the day. Now wait till you go for negotiate beyond that one day. Now when the don't allow the document for leadom, they can move motion to this document law debate and then get 2/3 majority for annul. But again, we can do the delaying, then we can go to the background and do the negotiation. We don't do that the plenty thing. For instance, when we talk about the gender empowerment bill, we count our William. We go to the background, they say, oh, negotiator. We negotiator will do a lot of background negotiation. We make you notice say that gender empowerment bill take almost 4 or 5 months before we pass it into law. So basically, what they forbid allow we for do. Now for let the document lead them. If they want any other negotiation, we do them beyond that one day. But then say the document not for lead them. And they don't get right for say document not for lead them. With the document then the other paper. Then just want to take the law that you want. I see the honorable they struggle for say, oh, they move towards the maze. It don't clearly talk say they want to cover the maze. We mean say any decision with parliament take with the maze not the that decision null and void. Basically, that be the intention Dandy for let the whole parliament sitting not happen. So, but again, if we be just allow, we leadership now listening leadership. As he say, we don't pass difficult laws that are parliamentary negotiation. No. But let the document lead, or you forget something in the negotiation.
They talk about leadership being someone where they listen and able to go into negotiation. What in being tap parliament leadership not for go into negotiation before they can lay the paper as the opposition been.
What you didn't negotiate? You didn't negotiate it today before you.
And according to them, the paper they not be expect them say if will be late on Wednesday and they be expect them today and that's not the agreement.
The other paper come out 24 hours before that day. I can tell you that the authority say come out 24 hours. I got that on my WhatsApp. It come out 24 hours before that day earlier. So again, it means that the other paper be done there. Basically, if you move motion, say low debate, You can that motion you can move and they will go into the background and negotiate. But you will get something they negotiate on. We're not even there.
So you think say it not be necessary the call of the opposition for make kuna negotiate first before they
we respect them call, but we then call only for valid when we get a document laid on the well. We not get documented to one go negotiate.
So Honorable,
we be then call, we be agree say yes that the right was the law negotiate, but again let it lead them, then we now go and negotiate.
How strong on our authority in our parliament in terms of leadership? How strong on our authority?
We leadership very, very strong. Again, when you deal with people where they feel say na when they feel say the effects not come or not they happen, because we be there at the last parliament. Most times we get issues, so they work out. We never get animosity like this. We feel very strong on issues with the governing party they carry it. We they work out. But then now you they notice that their own pattern, they know they work out, but they for make confusion. So we know they solve the problem. Then big people them. We all are members of parliament. Now among we don't know all leaders for them, but we all elected the same way. So when you talk to your company elected official, wait for behave honorably according to the constitution, they decide for behave otherwise, I should say you don't get anything for them.
So the reason why I ask how strong on our authority being at parliament, because yesterday when the incident happened, according to the explanation Sefwi Abdul Fatoma just dongi, is see the start of the whole confusion come from the APC side in parliament, but the SLPP side self being for retaliates when the APC side being through something over. How, in terms of control, the members of parliament they listen to the leadership in parliament? Where, for example, like you say, one person or they make plaba. Now, because respond, they make plaba continue. How the members of parliament they listen to una way they in authority?
I not say we SLPP we leader, we members of parliament they listen to we. Where the whole thing begin, we'll be shocked because after the speaker don't rule, the speaker now asks the AG for go lead the document. In the process with the AG they lead the document, one of the members then grab for can just take the maze. Well, of course the security personnel then block her, they stop her. But you notice the force where the whole APC MPs and cowards for can take that maze, it be unprecedented. So again, few of we members of parliament, you don't say with issues like that they happen, tempers they fly. Few of we members of parliament then go help the security there for protect the maze. They're not being go first. Now in that process, they begin take bottle, begin take rubber, begin take flower vase, the center.
So you think saying the role of the MPs them for protects the maze where somebody go say that's the work of the security.
All parliaments all over, you get intention they happen. It's not unique to parliament. All over, you look at Ghanaian parliament, you look at Nigerian parliament, you look at South African parliament, you look at all over, you get attention and they happen. It's not unique to we.
Come to we other studio guest, we now Honorable Abdul Kagbo. And from explanations and waiting happened yesterday in the well of parliament, now the fact say the Fed starts from the issue of the maze, whether the MP Buwango Tekam or Buwanko Baram. As one of the representatives of the opposition at parliament, how we can describe the action of some APC members in parliament yesterday in regard the maze we been starting this issue.
Again, it all boils down to waiting at the say. You know, where the leader in the talk, there's so much respect for, because in parliament, out of parliament, we relationship with as MPs always tight. When they talk, he say waiting not there before we need to negotiate or we need the dialogue on them. On several occasions, we know they wait let the law go na parliament, let them learn at parliament before we negotiate on them. Because most of them document them, the weekend don't get them before them go learn at parliament. So if anything they will controversial, we call we safe, and we try for sort them out. That now that we do now the Public Elections Act. Before it become act, now that we do, and Bokutin and what we pull before ever it go before parliament. Now it insist say APC MPs for the wait, let them lay this statutory instrument. And I don't talk and say as the lay statutory instrument for lay annual, you need 2/3 majority of members of parliament. So because they know say no party no go produce 2/3. And then feel say where they learn, then at the end of the case, now that make them choose not for negotiate, now that make them choose not for dialogue, Then feel say job before because then get the leeway for say no, nobody no go able get 2/3 majority na this parliament for annul anything we they call na as a constitutional instrument. Now that mean, and I'll tell you, whenever a controversial document they be laid in a parliament, you dey see police presence. We no mean they even anticipate say we go meet this na parliament, but before we dey go na parliament na morning, police don't overtake every side from Model Junction now take camp up, police everywhere. You see, so that they na in anticipation of the fact say they no say then they can go a law na parliament we get for cow with alala at the end of the day. So me always they say for the sake of parliament or for the sake of the respectability of parliament, I know they defend no MP or I know they defend no political party. I don't take collective responsibility. Say parliament was wrong. The way we behave as members of parliament was not parliamentary. So me they say always for law will prevent that one day. We need for the talk. You need parliament not talk. So you know they prevent possibly in no talk.
The speaker they provide leadership for parliament as the organ of government day, and the APC members going for cover the maze. Was it that una be don't reach at height that una not trust the leadership of the speaker again?
Again, I insistently say I not see the member of parliament will go cover the maze. Me no see am because me sit the back. Are they na the last row? Are they come? No, are they come? Now when you say APC member, I not see the member of parliament. I wish I been see am. They are gonna know which political party it is. Always attract with attention. Now the first way mean they happen there now. Where other people then come say no, this. But quite apart from that, me feel say, parliament where you give opportunity to members of parliament them for let them talk, where them blow their mind, the sitting they come to, and if anything they will not for understand, speaker can stand down parliament, he call the leadership, then go discuss, then meet at a point and then come. But outside the problem in there, now they insist where they insist nobody no for talk. We for go straight to the lane of the yes. Now we for
so
talk.
because of all the indication and the people they assume say the APC party for take full responsibility on our members of parliament for waiting happen at parliament yesterday from all the explanations. So at this point, the APC members of parliament they take responsibility for all the damages of government property in a parliament yesterday.
I did tell you say Honorable Bash not been there in parliament. I did tell you say
the exchanges against the motion
yes,
for the happen yesterday.
Now between the two members of parliament then. One person not the fate. Now between the two members of parliament then. SLPP mean they throw at APC mean they throw at SLPP.
Who's that start?
Now the maze for go cover the maze.
So where they say come out from on your end.
So that me not, I insistently say, right. If me see the person we do that, they call the name.
So who that for take responsibility for that
now
destruction?
Parliament as a whole, nobody not right. For be exclusive of waiting happen. And I assure you, if dialogue for don't take place, we not for don't even reach at USA we reach you. If dialogue for don't take place, we not for even reach USA we reach you. And the actions and reactions all nine lead up to this. So nobody for excluding himself. Now, Parliament as a whole for take responsibility for what's happen.
Okay, continue for stay with you inside the program. Honorable Abdul Kagbo, Member of Parliament from Constituency 077, na Kafbulom Chiefdom, Lunge, Potloko Districts. They represent the All People's Congress APC party. Na the program Good Morning Saloon.
We come over to you, Abdul Fatoma. Now, in all of this, the incidents we happened yesterday in Parliament, then people are supposed to be honorables because they're entitled that one day. Everybody know what in the term honorable mean. For the kind incidents we happened yesterday, waiting it mean for Salon internationally?
Well, locally first, like I be say in my closing, say a very sad for we because when you look at the things that we do around we as a country, in 6 months time we go to head for election, and we get the finance bill we did before them, and the need for also engage on that before them go holiday, and that give the opportunity to ministries the way they look after welfare in this country, either in a road, either in a health, either in education, for then get the authority for get the money from the consolidated fund for utilize them funds then they. But these dishonorable people will be dishonorably yesterday send a clear message to we, the people of this country, that will not forget faith and hope in them, because Parliament is irresponsible for the welfare of the state. If Parliament they function well, they play the oversight role where the Constitution give them for play, will they able to get a full function and a proper public service delivery system across all sectors in this country. Honorable Bash say, sorry calling you honorable for today. Bash say,
No.
Okay, MP, all right, the member of parliament, the member of parliament.
No, you don't mean to get opportunity for this. You dey bring this. You have continuously referred to members of parliament as dishonourable. Is that extremely disrespectful? You should not be doing that. You should not. You should not. You should never.
We move from the.
No, Lord, please don't correct this. This is very
Exactly.
important.
Don't they do a continuously and then they
This
say
therefore do with the credibility of members of parliament. We should not.
The area yesterday.
No. All over.
Don't tell me no. The man when you talk to now, a leader of parliament, you don't have the right to demean him. No, we don't have that. No. Thank you. Let's continue.
I withdraw me was a not honorable.
No.
What do you mean by not honorable? What do you mean by not honorable?
We're gonna cut. I come over to Honorable Bashir Siliki, and we continue to look at the incidents in Parliament yesterday. So because of the confusion in Parliament, most people not understand yet whether or not these statutory instruments with the Deputy Attorney General Minister of Justice carried yesterday, if it been tabled or not, from the Sierra Leone People's Party and the leadership in Parliament, then tabled these documents yesterday?
Yes, they tabled the two documents. They were during the confusion where the AGB they do. Now that 10 days, you notice the opposition MPs that can cause the chaos. Then after they don't come out, not well, the AG tabled the second document. So all two the documents we had tabled yesterday.
So moving forward, now waiting the leadership in Parliament plan for do for seek the incident yesterday.
The leadership go meet. Then go come out with a decision. We not meet yesterday. We go meet thereafter for come up with a decision because now government property them. You not get right for destroy them. You get your immunity. The Parliament, yes, forget you say, for vote you vote, for security you say where they not go use against you. But when you go beyond for begin destroy government properties, you get for pay for them. Because I remember the way the SLPP also be very unhappy with the increment in candidature fees that the Parliament before 2012, the 27 to 2012 Parliament, Elizabeth Lavalewe bingo take the paper at the table and chair them. The way they retire, they pull money by gratuity. They pay for them through gratuity. So the leadership get for sit down and decide what they get for do because of what happened yesterday.
Look at the issue of security na the well of Parliament, and this not to the first term or second term. If my memory can serve me back, this could be the third term where they get police na the well of Parliament. What in Parliaments they do for ensure say when I strengthen the Parliament security for handle Parliament matters than police come inside.
Yeah, we self as a Parliament not like we police they come, but we not get enough security. We not get we own standing security. When you look at other Parliament, them if they follow the Parliament, like for instance the South African Parliament, you notice they don't get the standing securities. Anytime when they're ready for them pull member of Parliament or members of Parliament out, you always see where the speaker they instruct the sergeant at arms for come and do them. Which means they don't get a standing security for them their actions then they because the action then they not in the way you know they expect say they happen because you know unique to we. So of course as leadership, if we know able to do them because we get short term for go, We dey expect say the future leadership go look into that one in future for law don't make sure say we get a standing security. We go debar we from calling the police for the can pull members of parliament when they misbehave, and that we go get we use standing security them in future. If we get things like that they happen, then go come and take action.
I can describe the action of the police, the Mona can call at the well of parliament for do this work.
The police are always very professional. They come, they listen. Only when we give instructions, that the instruction they do respectfully. We noticed when they do it yesterday, no honorable member was hot. Then just politely take them outside. Because if even we get we own standing army, standing security, the same way the police will be doing, then we say for we don't do.
You follow the issue of the old man we being sit down at the well, not being sit down at chair again, because according to the clerk say all peaceful MPs for staying at the well, and this old man and MP of the opposition being sit down and not sit down at chair, being sit down on the floor. I can describe the manner where the police pull.
They not be get right for sit on the floor. Every member of parliament gets a seat. So when you sit on the floor, they show you say you did demonstrate for something. Because if you get a seat where allocated to you, and they say if you're a peaceful member of parliament, if you sit down at that seat, for let you go sit down at the floor, we know today they allocate to you. It shows that you want to disrupt the process.
The way the police be handle me,
no, them because they talk to them politely. The way you look at the parliament, them when they talk to you politely, for let you go, they talk to you politely. If you know that they take you, can you go? So basically, he was demonstrating.
All right, continue for the week. Now the program, Honorable Silike, will go over to Honorable Abdul Kabo from the All People's Congress APC party. The incident we happened yesterday, even though na protested, our documents did enough for Liam Parliament. Finally, them been still get for Liam. Una get any regrets regarding the incidents we happened because waiting on demonstrate for still happen. Any regret at this stage?
Well, basically, where I begin, you see, say I apologize for Parliament as a whole because both all political parties were involved in waiting happen in Parliament. You know, I take collective responsibility. You know, and basically, let's just address few issues with me lead and I say.
So, una regret the APC part of the talk. Una regret, even though una protest, una not want that document for be lead, but then finally Liam. But at the end of the day, properties of government spoil. Una regret.
As a political party, you know, news to me where the leader they say the instrument lead. You understand? Because in the presence, we know say no instrument no lead. You understand? Waiting me, they apologize for still insistently not the comportment of members of parliament from different parts of the high.
So waiting will get for happen. Where you they say the APC, una not they recognize say they not lay this document.
We know where
but
the document lay.
From the SLPP angle, the document was laid.
From parliament because other parties every day.
Let's just make few
see for the
Parliamentary, the reason why I want you clear the air upon this,
other political APC parties
been there inside the parliament where they lay this document.
No.
But the informer say they don't lay them.
Password they talk and so now. Password they talk and
they all over the news.
So
it was broadcast.
Yes, let's just make some few corrections before I come to it next. Where the leader mean they talk, he say, you know, the one then we destroy them for pay. Well, basically, me not there against Dandy. But I believe say I just the wish they're not gonna be selective.
No, I say leadership not take decision yet. But if you destroy government property for pay for
they're not gonna be selective. Because yesterday, MPs them from both sides of the aisle be involved in the skirmish way take place in the parliament. Then also he say one thing we very clear now that anytime you see them go with police now they well, it's undone for like go police now they well. And basically you see now just now when Mr. Fatoma referred to her as Bash, I say no, now a member of parliament. And a member of parliament and a leader for be accorded the prerequisite respect, you say. And for let them go police, for go similarly, the mean member of parliament there, draw them, kick them, beat them, say they not do no member of parliament nothing. No, that wasn't true. Even when they talk, he say member of parliament then go na do. Member of parliament did not go outside voluntarily. They were booted out by the police. Musa just make mention to RF Kagbo, when an honorable member from Bombali, from Karine, where they drag na do. You see? So to me, not of violence they make una achieve what una want achieve. We for past that stage then. Lord with the dialogue. However, Lord bad, however, Lord difficulty, we don't always they manage na parliament because with the dialogue, with the sit down, with the talk to ourselves. So not feel say because you get state security at your disposal, you for use them for intimidate member of parliament, for bulldoze member of parliament and get what you want.
So that's make I ask back we want for informal listeners and so we go little after 9 and I ask back waiting next because when the documents matured, then people and they expect to not the member of parliament and go for debate. So waiting next from the APC, if you say una no recognize parliament yesterday.
We not recognize the document late. And like I tell you, not so this not the first time. On several other occasions, you will see the SLPP in our parliament, the force things, I like not get majority blessing, or I like not go through parliament, then the first things for make it happen, then you will.
So una not go for debate, una not go for the parts of
part of it.
Una not go for the parts of the debates for them particular documents here.
No, well, we get for meet as members of parliament, and team don't inform me now, saying they don't let. We get for meet as a member of parliament, and determine waiting get for be we next move. But insistently, how they say, the behavior in the public eye now something we premeditated. You know go with police na parliament where say nothing not get for happen. And the best way you for avert that public shame that public, disrespect now for go at the table and dialogue. Yesterday, members of parliament wanted to talk. Whose arm if for don't calls for let allow them say yes, now talk law you now before instead he said no, nobody need to talk. Lord just go into the matter.
Let me ask you earlier. In all of this, the speaker and the leadership, they ahead or they provide leadership in parliament. I can describe in action in the debate yesterday or in the issue of laying of these instruments.
Yes, one Usai I feel say the speaker for don't give opportunities to members of parliament. One, we all know say the document controversial, and when it controversial, you get for allow members of parliament them for let them talk within they want talk. Before ever the process go on several other occasions, we get very controversial documents. Speaker they give ample opportunity to members of parliament. They say, no, yes, on a debate. You see, they exercise that kind of restraint. But yesterday, even from the record you want to play, on a speaker say no, the do members of
no, may I just correct. So,
we come to you just now, please. So from the APC angle, you don't say because negotiation not happened yesterday, now make we see that incident they happened yesterday in our parliament. But from una the All People's Congress, because you said they don't negotiate to now, nobody gets any option like for Waka Command Saful, we're not for results so the kind thing we happened yesterday. Why una not take the option for Waka gonna do as it be don't use for being at the past?
Now the best moment than they for SLPP. For law Waka gonna do then do it.
But now the thing now end up
the parliament not belong to SLPP alone. The parliament na a mixture of other political parties. You see, and in democracy, you get for give everybody equal opportunity for let them get and say into the matter. Who side the problem can na the deprivation for let you allow APC MPs for talk. Meet not for talk.
So una say yesterday been prepare on a mind say una know the work gonna do, waiting go happen.
No, when we been feel say, then for accede say yes, now we go for go negotiate. Because mostly now so it can be. We stand down then at parliament and they call we say no, law go negotiate, law get the way forward. Or law go now one, law go get the way forward, and law will come back. This, that. You see? And me, I still they say, in democracy, you not go say because you get all the state apparatus at your disposal, insistently you forget what you want without talking or without negotiating. Parliament don't show on several occasions, even on very difficult laws, the way difficult pass waiting and go for go listen. We come together, we talk.
So moving forward, what did you suggest for happen now from the leadership in Parliament?
One thing we me believe now that the leadership now then get from be more cool in terms of temperament. You see, but yesterday we found out say, tempers then fly out, and outside tempers they don't fly out, it hard for handle the situation. But yesterday, Honorable Machinima exhumed a lot of leadership, because even when tempers then fly out, now go calm, they in the middle, try for talk to MPs them, try for call members them, and the same with Honorable Hassan Sise, instead try for do a lot. But subsequently, once we know say this is controversial, You know, we for the meet, we for the talk. We say not the feel good way Parliament they did in this way. That was why I had no business for can apologize to the public if Parliament for don't comport himself. You see, but because, you know, Parliament behaved the way we behave, so, you know, then we owe the public an apology.
All right. Many thanks to you, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, Constituency 077, where you joining the program this morning.
Well, inside the program, I can't we other studio guest with Abdul Fatoma, in the executive director for Chadi. He inside the program for to represent civil society perspective inside the program. And Honorable, you, Abdul Fatoma, they call you Honorable this morning.
Not interested.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, so now we see the back and forth of laying of this instrument or not. As the leader or deputy leader, they say they don't lay this paper, and Honorable Abdul Kagbo say they don't lay this paper. For them, it is not laid. But we see the notice of motion be moved by Honorable Musa Fofana of C4C, and this parliament for make MPs then debate and where this go mature in 21 days. At this moment, one part they say they don't lay, and one part they say for we it is not laid. What do you think say need for be done?
Well, basically, waiting I look observe from the member of parliament from Port Loko and the member of parliament from Bo, you know, and the member of parliament from Port Loko, seems to be truthful here with the reality, because it been there earlier on. It confirmed me, I said it been there at the well of parliament since the start to the ending, and when the stand down happened, the acting leader, the APC acting leader, and the SFPP leadership, they moved to the speaker in place to let them go dialogue. And then they return. So with that, the clerk came, he said, the speaker instructor say, the members of parliament, they're waiting up, therefore occupy their seats, because parliament want for resume sitting. So several a time that come up. But the APC members of parliament then been the request that say, parliament for be adjourned. So the leadership of parliament say, no adjournment not they take place. The sitting they continue. So that not the time we, you know, they call Delta, warn them, the police, as how they been announce them from the mic, for let them remove all members of parliament waiting up now the world, we not agree for take up in seat. So with that, the moment they go out, the one that will go out, according to the clerk in pronouncement, you were peaceful, you get right for come inside, for can't take your seat, and the parliament, they continue proceedings. So the moment they take them out, then take all of them out, then, you know, they call the proceedings to order. Then the process that, even though by the time when the FET been there, the Deputy Minister of Justice been they read when obstruction came in, the Speaker also asks the Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Justice Minister, for make go over again and lay the paper formally. He do the citation and lay this paper formally. And, you know, another member of parliament from Kono, I believe, also.
So opportunity been there for let the APC come inside back?
Yeah, based on the announcement from the clerk.
But they not enter?
May not see them the time where they tell
you. So you think say that atmosphere been permissible?
Yeah, good. I want to let them ask me for that. No, not to you. It's okay. Let them tell me. They take questions from them.
Mr. Fatoma,
if you don't believe, you can clarify.
Mr. Fatoma, I earlier ask you, what do you think they need for be done now when we get a situation? One side they say we don't lay the paper, one side say it is not laid.
Well, like way Abdul Kagbo continue for talk. Waiting need na dialogue. In emphasis on dialogue, now say continue for talk. The issue of dialogue. This is our own parliament. The best way, engagement.
All right. Many thanks for the program this morning, Abdul Fatoma. And over to you, Honorable Bashir Siliki. We don't hear about dialogue. And you are part of the leadership in parliament because you are the deputy leader for government business. are you willing to dialogue with the opposition?
We are always willing. But make I just correct one or two things, Honorable Abdul said. He said we get police they go from model. Yes. I want to tell that clearly, see, from model to go up, will not be get police. Yeah. Even when the process starts, we always get police them where they secure the parliamentary environment. When the tension begin, we realize they not get for listening, and we call police protection for ourselves and for the entire parliament. Secondly, he said we not allow them for talk. I should say that document na be laying, not to be debate. What is speaker allow? He allowed the acting leader for talk. Honorable Bar, if you notice, if you listen the report, it tells the Honorable Bar talk and the leader talk. And a parliamentary, the leader don't talk. He don't talk for the entire parliament, the entire party. The leader talk, he give the leader ample time, Honorable CC. Again, ample time for let present on behalf of the APC. He present, you notice back the Honorable Matunyuma on behalf of the SLPP, instead of do presentation, they rule. He rule said all of them presentation in day and not day to the matter. So he rule now say law continue the process. So for say they not allow let anybody talk not being correct. The leader talk on behalf of APC and we serve on behalf of SLPP, Honorable Martin Yuma talk. We mean say they don't present the issues. But we still like he say they don't know and I not say they know because that then a part of parliament. If they say they don't know, the majority will be seen yesterday, no say they then get an opportunity for law continue the dialogue, and we're ready, we listen to them, we wait for them, for law continue the dialogue before the debate come proper. Because thankfully yesterday, Honorable Fofana from Kono, he moved a motion for law debate. And as a list in parliament to get for debate, we still encourage you brothers them that anything we then get, where they feel very strongly about, let them come low, continue the negotiation. We go listen to them, we go or then the thing the way they stand against, we go say our best, we go amend them so that we go get a parliament to all man go accept. And before we end, on behalf of leadership, that let me go end for say we sorry yesterday for the thing the way they see, because those also want parliament for the one decorum. We're sorry to the public. We're sorry for what they see yesterday on TV. So we want for assurance say we could continue with the dialogue.
Many thanks. That's our Honorable Bashir Siliki. Now we end the program. Good morning. But very quickly, Honorable Aduka, we want to say something.
Yeah, two things. First, Mr. Fatoma said me not fruitful, but you know able to show so I'm not fruitful. The meeting where they refer to I was part of the meeting. Where he said then call leadership for go to speaker. I was part of the meeting.
So you believe say you're fruitful?
For sure.
All right. Many thanks. Well, gentlemen, many thanks for not joining the program.
Not to engagement to go for. You were not there. Thank you. That's not that if you don't ask me. Not to dialogue.
Meeting, not to engagement.
No.
All right. You don't clear the air. Say you believe say
discuss anything about the sitting there.
Many thanks.
The problem will happen now. We need to try for friend solution, but not to say wait till una want, wait till una no want. Law can engage. It was not an engagement. That is the first thing way for don't ask me. We go part of the meeting. That you ask me.
Parliament also.
Many thanks, gentlemen.
Not say the right thing. Secondly,
Honorable Bashi. No.
All right, many thanks, gentlemen.
But police have been there. Na modern.
No. Thank you. When I cannot this morning. Many thanks, gentlemen. Now, this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, go left the listeners them. Plenty thank you when I can the program this morning.
We just apologize for what happened at Parliament yesterday. So Louis, I know I say we just apologize. So Louis not turn here to what happened at Parliament.
All right, many thanks when I joining at the program this morning. I had this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, go left